Hello, one and all, and welcome back to episode 7 of Minis and Mayhem, Prismatic Horizons. Our pack of heroes has finally made it to their destination, Pyria, another commune of survivors that may have the answer to the water crisis in Venterra. Last episode, our characters rushed to help what they thought was another group of adventurers in danger, only to be assaulted by a deadly group of mutants in an abandoned abbey. Several of our characters were taken out of the equation in the shoot-down, drag-out fight that followed, but all of them managed to survive. At the last moment, a group of Pyrians managed to come through and save our heroes. These fire-wielding Kindle Keepers managed to flame down these mutants and take our heroes into the city where they reside safely. After a long, much-needed night's rest, our heroes arrive here in the morning. The sun rises over a beautiful set of mountains, not unlike the mountains that you're used to back home in Venterra, but the trees here are different, the water, the air. As you guys look around the little stone buildings that surround you, you notice that there's like a suburban neighborhood, upper class. As you look down into the valley, you can see far, far away past the edges of the wall, past the guard, is an abandoned city where you suspect most of Pyria's wealth and technology has come from. As the sun rises this morning, Milo gets up out of bed, and what is she up to?
Milo is immediately gonna first check everybody, see, obviously the alarm that she set didn't go off last night, disable it so that nobody trips it coming out of the room, and is going to actually wake up Xray. Stretches to get all her bones and joints in place, but taps Xray and kind of puts her finger over her mouth to have him be quiet and exit the room with her.
Xray, you wake up and see Milo sitting beside your bed.
What's happening?
I motion for him to come with me into the hallway.
Okay, I'm coming with you. And I gesture for Mr. Whiskers to stay in the room.
You see he pulls his big head up off the bed and then puts it back down and nuzzles himself in, covers himself up with his paw.
Actually, he's gonna like kind of cry a little bit. It's like, I'm leaving.
Milo is gonna look for a place that's quiet and like nobody is around. It's probably early.
I think you guys go up onto the roof. You guys can see the lights of the other locations of impact out in the horizon, as well as some early morning fog that seems to be rolling through the hills below you.
Listen, I am going to go specifically talk to that ex-cultist that we met on the way in. I know you were riding your cat, but there was a cultist in the car that I recognized, and when I asked him about your wife, my close friend, he seemed shady and not really upfront. So, if you could accompany me, have some muscle, I'd appreciate it. Maybe get him to spill a little bit faster.
Yeah, I'm down for it. Let's go talk to him. Am I right? Yeah.
Hey, no.
No.
There has been enough violence and he is just a victim, just as much of a victim as this cult as I am, as Blitz is. So we're gonna go talk to him and get information.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. I'm covered.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys are in the barracks right now. It's where you guys were housed for the night, just so that they could keep an eye on you, and also, just safe place where they have some extra space. You guys hear the sounds of some soldiers getting up, smell a fire getting started, something greasy getting put on the grill. It smells really good.
I'm gonna try to find that cultist.
Amazing. You guys head downstairs to the mess hall, where you see several of the morning guard are sort of finishing up their shift and having some breakfast. You see among them is the man that you saw yesterday.
Remind me of his name.
I don't have it written down here. We'll call him Steven.
I'm pretty sure it started with a J, but we'll go with Steven.
Steven's his middle name.
Okay.
I pull up beside him and go, Stevie, do you want to talk here in front of everyone, or do you want to go someplace private with me and my friend?
Here's fine.
I think it'd be best for everybody if we didn't do this out in public.
He looks at you nervously.
Can I give him the death stare?
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, and I just want to know more information about the cult stuff, because you seemed really dodgy yesterday, and I was bleeding out, so I couldn't really ask questions.
Dodgy? Yeah, I didn't want to talk about the part of my life where I was asked to kill people and steal their stuff to survive.
Yeah, I don't normally either, except when I asked you about Jet, and if you'd seen her recently, you lied to me. So.
Let's go to my office.
Sounds like a good idea.
He pulls you guys over. You guys go over to a little area. You see there's some blinds. He opens them up so that you guys can see into the canteen area, and they can see into you, but shuts the door so that nobody can hear your conversation.
Okay. So, when's the last time you saw her? And no lying this time.
Okay. I saw her about a month ago.
Where at?
Here in the city.
Did she say what she was up to?
No, she was just among the people at the market. Look, I just saw her passing through. She didn't make an impact or a presence. I asked around. One or two of the other ex-cultists had seen her, but she hadn't been in contact with any of them either.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I get advantage because Xray's in the room?
Sure.
How about you guys go ahead and give me this is definitely an intimidation point here. I think Xray, you have advantage on that intimidation check. Milo, but you have better intimidation, correct?
Yeah.
Why don't you make that check with Xray's advantage as you guys sort of work together here?
I got a 22.
Nice. So she only's got a +1, okay? She's only got one more extra.
You guys look straight down at this guy. Yeah, he's not messing around. But you can go ahead and it doesn't seem like he would lie to you right now. You don't see him doing anything shady. He's meeting your eye when he's talking to you.
Okay. Can I do an insight check anyway, just for the conversation going forward?
Absolutely.
Especially
because
like
to do one as well. Go ahead.
To see if he's changing. That's a 22 as well.
I'm good.
I'm gonna out you. He rolled a 3.
I think I'm gonna roll with my dice today instead of roll 20.
This is probably a good choice. Roll 20 has been giving you a mixed bag lately, huh?
Not very kind to me.
Yeah. But that's a 22 on both the intimidation and the insight. And I didn't roll the insight with advantage. I just did it straight.
Yeah.
So
doesn't seem like he's lying. Doesn't seem like he's lying to you.
Okay. I look at Stevie and I go, so the most charismatic person in our cult, the leader of it, just kind of wandered into your city about a month ago. And if I had to guess, if I'm, making assumptions here, you guys started having problems with those entities maybe a month ago?
No, it's been a little bit longer than that. Maybe like 2 or 3 months.
Okay. Cool. How'd she look? Healthy? Sane?
Yeah, she looked healthy. She was in disguise. She was wearing a cloak up over her head. Wasn't a great disguise, but she was trying to, stay low key.
And you didn't wonder why?
Of course I wondered why, but I'm not going to go up to the most dangerous woman that I know and ask her what her business is here.
Yeah. You're a guard here, right?
Part-time.
The most dangerous woman that we know came into your city and is in
Look,
disguise.
I reported it to the higher-ups. That's what I'm supposed to do, okay? I did my job.
Who'd you
Stop
report it
grilling
to?
me about it.
I'd love to talk to them. Not about you. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I just want them to know what they're dealing with.
Look, okay, my boss has a pretty busy schedule. He's out today. He's doing some duties around. He's out this morning. If you want to wait until midday to talk to him and skip out on your chance to talk to the council, that's fine.
I just want to make sure that everybody knows what they're dealing with. If you could update
Trust
your
me,
boss.
They know.
Okay. I'll believe you.
Do I not seem like I'm scared enough of her? Do I not seem like she's enough of a threat to me? No, I know what she can do. I know what she's capable of.
Milo very quickly looks at Xray and looks back at Stevie and goes, I just know that at one point she had power over us. And I know that she could make me do a lot of things I didn't want to do. So I just want to make sure that we're both past that.
Yeah, we both know that she can make you do a lot of things that you didn't want to do.
All right, Stephen. Have a good breakfast.
I'm not hungry anymore. He drops his bowl in the trash as he walks out.
Are we alone in his office?
Yeah.
You seem pretty fumed.
Yeah. That was pretty great. I think I'm tempted to snoop, but I don't want to be on the bad side of the council if we're caught. And I'm not the most stealthy. So let's head back up. I'm going to go breakfast for Stacey and Blitz and head back up there. And we can form a game plan. Does that sound good?
Awesome.
Sounds good to me.
Stacey and Blitz, you guys wake up to some hot breakfast being brought to your rooms.
What? Oh,
good morning.
You brought food. Thank you.
This is called a breakfast in bed.
I mean, that appears to be what it is, so it makes sense that you call it that. But wouldn't it be easier if I just went down and got my own breakfast? This is really nice because it means I don't have to get up out of bed, but then I'll get food everywhere. And people usually get upset about when I bring food into my bed if I'm feeling hungry. So
I'm gonna grab Stacey's shoulders and I'm just gonna eat.
Okay, I'll eat.
We won't get mad at you, we promise.
You guys have some amazing food. And our 4 characters share a quiet moment this morning before formulating their game plan.
All right. So, for the DM, we're meeting the council today. Did they specify what time already, or?
Yeah, they just told you today. They kind of brought you in pretty late last night. You can bet that there's probably someone who's going to come and talk to you about it soon. But yeah, it sounded like, at least from what the other guard was saying, that they wanted you to meet the council this morning.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna have to tell them. Well, first we should talk about Venterra, because we need supplies, and I'm hoping they have them. But we're gonna have to tell them about how we were sabotaged, the city was, and we're gonna have to tell them some not great things about the cult, because it looks like the leader is in town, at least as of a month ago.
That's new information to me.
Yeah.
So I should probably, keep it on the down low with the razzle dazzle.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's do some minimal razzle dazzle if possible.
Okay. Can I at least make us look all nice for when we go to see the folks?
I'm not changing.
You should.
No.
We
don't have. I don't have other clothes or anything. But I can just make our clothes look nice. And she starts going around, using prestidigitation to get all the soiling and dirt and stuff out. So your clothes have probably never been cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that Stacey's clothes are just like this all the time, constantly. And then
Schmucks sort of steps into each of your body spaces for a moment, and you're surrounded by these flies, it's sort of all over. And then a second later, they're gone, and you're completely clean.
And then she'll also use mending just in case anyone's clothes have gotten ripped or torn or anything. We've been in a lot of pretty bloody fights recently, so having some clothes stitched back together
absolutely
would be nice.
Xray's looking at his other jacket, seeing how it's been its cleanest in forever. He's freaking out. He's like,
it's a whole different color.
so clean.
Mr. Whiskers gets a little bell on his collar.
Oh no, I can't add additional stuff. Why? I mean,
Mr.
can't.
Whiskers gets a little bell on his collar.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm not gonna fight it.
Xray,
if you're gonna let me have extra magic, that's fine.
Xray's freaking out. He's like, oh my god, it's so adorable! Come here, Mr. Whiskers! And he's now playing with Mr. Whiskers, not even in the conversation. He's just playing with Mr. Whiskers.
I'm pretty sure prestidigitation can do an effect like that, so that might actually be perfectly reasonable.
It's kitty
Either
magic,
way,
regardless.
It's definitely happening. What do you guys say to each other here as you are plotting out your day?
I think Milo looks at Blitz and gets serious after this little moment of laughter and joy, and goes, I'm perfectly fine taking the whole of the cultist stuff. They don't have to know that you were even a part of it. Yesterday in the truck, I said it was me, and I'll keep saying that it was just me, and I'll make sure that Stevie doesn't say anything.
No.
Yeah.
No. Half of the story is mine too. And to be quite honest, I make a bit of an impact with this. So
You do. All right.
we're in this together.
Promise? All right. Sounds like a plan. Let's go talk to some people. Am I
You
right?
hear a pop, pop, pop at the door.
I open it.
You see Steven stands there, and he says, "I'm here to escort you to the meeting, to the Grove. Unless you'd rather go meet my captain on his walk around outside."
I think we can head to the Grove.
Great. We actually have a vehicle ready for you. Come on down. You guys go downstairs, and you see that there's a little like electric golf cart that they have set up here. It seems like that's what they use as their general mode of transportation around the city. They've got some charging ports set up, and looks like some generators as well. Hop on. Got two here.
Can we all fit in this? I mean,
There's two of them. You see one. There's another guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this is this one of the fancy ones where it's like one is facing backwards and the other one is forwards, or is it two
there's-
forward?
Heck yeah.
Oh,
There's
Blitz
two
is
seats
taking a
facing
backwards
forward
one.
and then two seats facing backwards.
Milo in her full plate kind of gets in shotgun next to the guard and goes, "Excuse me."
The whole
It's
vehicle
really
just kind of goes.
Xray's like pretty hesitant because he doesn't like other people driving normally, so he'll just hop on Mr. Whiskers. I got my own ride, and I'm just gonna like pet Mr. Whiskers.
Yeah.
Like,
Mr.
aren't you
Whiskers
such
would
a
be
good?
But
You're such a good boy.
he's so happy about it. Chinny rubs, ear scritchies. You guys take off down the way. As you guys approach the Grove, you notice this large dome, similar to the one that's outside, but this one's internal, obviously, with a sort of chute going up so that it gets natural light and natural air as well, coming in through the top. As you guys are going along, you see Steven sort of turns around to you guys and says, "So yeah, well, here's Pyria. I mean, you can see we're in the residential district up here. We've got a couple of points for, like barracks and watchtowers spread throughout the city. Down where we're headed is more like the local areas where you can find the markets and the artisans. You guys pass by sort of a little like shopping district." He says, and up ahead you can see the edge of the grove here. You see that there's a large moat of water surrounding this dome. You guys pass over a small bridge and enter the area. He says, it was actually a park before, but we've sort of renovated it, as you can see. They open these two huge blast doors. You guys go in, they close them behind you and depressurize. You feel all this like wind blowing up. Thankfully you guys cleaned up before, so no dirt or other crazy particles go flying everywhere. And then the other doors open in front of you as you enter the second set, and you hear the sounds of a forest. Flowing water, birds overhead. You can hear the sounds of like soft steps in grass as animals move about.
Is this so you can keep some sort of the old world around?
Steven smiles at you, nods, and says, "Yeah, it's I don't know, a relic of the past, but we're hopeful that it's part of our future too. That's why we're keeping it here."
Stacey just hears relic of the old world and her eyes light up and she is practically vibrating with excitement.
Milo grabs the back of Stacey's shirt so she doesn't fall off the golf cart.
Stacey, you see a butterfly monarch come right in front of your face.
What is that?
A monarch butterfly, right? Yeah.
Yes. As like I'm like passing the car, I'm like, yes.
Stacey pulls out a sketchbook and just starts drawing it in as best detail as she can, which isn't great. Her drawing skill is terrible, but she's still going for it. She's very passionate.
Amazing. Yeah, you start sketching the landscape around you. You see there's like some deer, there's several like types of insects and like animals, lots of like rabbits and squirrels and chipmunks, creatures that you've never seen before. Like a beaver pops its head out of the water at one point.
What's that?
An otter.
You can just assume that she's doing that for every single species of animal that she doesn't know.
Are they all normal? Are they all non-mecha?
Yeah. You look around and you see no mutated animals or plants around here.
So that's what bears look like without the chainsaws on their elbows.
Yeah,
How is this?
that one's small, but yeah.
How is this all possible? Like, how are they all not mecha? I thought the whole world was affected by the drops.
Stephen says, well, these people had a little bit of warning, apparently, so they were able to throw this dome up beforehand.
Hmm.
Warning. I
Is there
didn't think that
any-
anybody knew it was going to happen.
Well, I mean, whoever fired the first shot had to know.
Is
Can
there
I do like a history check to figure out like who,
Yeah,
like
sure.
if I knew anyone that kind of? Oh well, this is bad. I threw it on the ground. I got a 14. Yeah. 14.
This is a relatively rich area. You know that like this wasn't. It's near a major city. It's outside of the like jurisdiction of it, so it's like an area that's really attractive to very wealthy people. So you could tell that there's probably some rich aristocrat here who had ties to some government or organization.
Some sort of organization with Arctech.
Maybe not with Arctech, because Arctech sold all of their weapons all across the world. So
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
a rich doomsday prepper? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
Well, they were right.
Let's
You
just
see
gonna
Steven
turn around.
says, the main way that we've been able to keep stuff here clean, he points up, is that, and you see that sort of around the ring neck at the top where the air comes in, there's a laser grid that sort of meshes up there. Says nothing in, nothing out except air.
That seems really handy.
He's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Milo,
Can you make a bunch of these and just across the world?
He says, I mean, maybe we could recreate the technology, but that would be a couple years in the making.
Has any of your research been dedicated to the reversal of the Eshcatons?
Unfortunately, ma'am, that's not really my department, but you can talk to the council about that.
I just remember one of my dads used to, he used to know science, and this kind of biodiversity here could be. There's so much potential for medicine changes.
He nods and he says, yeah. That's why we got to keep it safe and special. And that's why we have 7 snipers pointed at you guys right now. So
Oh,
tread
fair.
lightly.
no
Very
one thought
fair.
Stacey turns and waves at her sniper.
You see a ghillie-suited guy on a tree leans out and waves back at you.
Oh, there's 6.
Steven goes, Jason, what are you doing? Yeah.
Jason. Hi, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Sorry, boss. My bad.
He hustles down out of the tree to go find another place to hide.
Well, there he goes. Running in a
You
ghillie
guys-
suit, really difficult.
You guys make your way to the center of this grove of trees. You can see it's sort of like a little bit lighter. There's some saplings near the edges. You guys, as you approach this sort of center area, you see past the middle is an area of farmland. It looks like they have been trying to grow like some fruits and vegetables, some herbs, things like that here as well. As you guys approach the center, you see this huge mother tree. It's been dead for probably like 10 or 20 years. You see that there's, it seems like a stroke of lightning killed the tree, cutting like the top portion of it in half. So several of the branches are like on the sides down below, sort of creating a natural barrier around 3/4 of it. And there's a huge like well in the center where a knot has been carved out to make space for a meeting room. As you guys approach, you can see that there are several other people in there. It looks like maybe like half a dozen or so.
Is this the council?
Steven nods. I'm supposed to stand guard here, but go ahead.
Thank you for your forthrightness so far.
He nods.
I'm glad to see that
He
you are
says-
able to get out.
This is a special place to all of us, so. Anyways. Go ahead.
I think Milo is going to cast Bless on the other three, just in case, for the meeting, for the duration of the meeting at least.
Can you remind me how long that lasts?
Milo's not going to cast a Bless because it's a minute, so never mind.
1 minute is a
Milo
little
thinks
short.
about casting Bless, just so you all feel
Hey,
the
yo.
thought.
I was gonna bless you, but you're not blessed.
If you'd like to at some point during the meeting, I'll allow you to cast Bless on the party for like an important
Okay.
role, if you'd like to.
Yeah. I think Milo is readying that action in her head.
Yeah. Your Bless manifests more in your like persona anyways, so. Awesome. You guys walk up to the mother tree. As you guys approach, Blitz and Milo, no rolls necessary. You can see 5 of the 6 members there are ex-cultists.
Okay. That's not great numbers.
And they look a little bit surprised to see you there.
Wow. Hi. Hello, everybody.
Do you know each other?
Yeah, we go pretty far back.
They are all like relatively like mid-level people, so they had some authority, but they weren't top of the top of the line.
Not like Blitz was.
Well, that's good
Not a
news.
blitz.
If you're all friends, this should be easier.
Friends is a hard term.
I
to
like
define
lean
in
over
this
to
economy.
Stacey's, and I'm just like, listen, those guys worked with Milo and Blitz. We should just like let them have a conversation.
That's like a bad thing, right?
Yes.
Oh, then should I just like be quiet for this whole
Yes,
meeting?
please.
It kind of feels like it's completely out of my jurisdiction.
Stacey, shh, please.
You guys are whispering in front of the people. You need to cut it out.
I'm sorry. I don't have good stealth.
I'll try to be more proper about things. I'm sorry. I was literally raised in a barn that got restructured
okay.
into a house.
Thank you, Stacey.
Milo's gonna turn around.
As you guys are discussing this, the man who isn't a member of the cult steps forward, sort of in front of this long table, and says, "Hello, I'm Big John. Nice to meet you guys. What's your names?"
Hi, Big John. I'm Milo. This is the rest of my group from Venterra. This is Xray and Stacey, and this is Blitz. It seems like the rest of your council we have met in the past, but I hope today we can speak on even ground and not that let that affect our meeting.
And he says, "Yes, I see from your composure that you know of my associates' old habits."
Yeah. Well, that's part of what we're here to talk about. May we take a seat?
Please.
Yeah. I sit directly across from Big John.
Awesome. There's actually a split. He's done this interestingly. There's a split seat there, so you can't sit directly across from him.
Ooh, smart man. Yeah. If that's the case, I sit directly across from whatever cult member I knew the longest being there.
You sit across from this other woman who you knew. She looks over at you. She says, Milo?
What's her name?
Her name's Stacey.
Stacey?
Yes?
No, Stacey?
Okay. Yes?
Okay, there's two of you. Miss
Just call me Johnson.
Miss Johnson. For a second, I thought she was going to have the same last name as Stacey as well, which would have been hilarious.
All right, Xray is going to sit on the stairs, like to go up to
sit on the stairs.
Steps. That's where he's going to sit.
This is a totally level area.
Oh.
There's no like upper. This is just like a meeting room inside of a tree.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah. Xray's just going to sit at a table and then just like have his arm like leaned against the table.
Mm-hmm.
He might doze off.
Big John says, "So, what did you call this meeting for? Mysterious strangers who are here now?"
Well, I am the leader and representative of Western Venterra, and we are currently having a water crisis. In that our well was attacked by a large creature, frozen over and polluted. And we wanted to turn to our nearest ally, Pyria, and ask the council for help keeping the dozens of people safe back home. We have traveled more than a month to be here and faced countless battles, and ask for your help in this time so that we may pay it back in the future.
Well, I'm glad to see that you made it safely. Sorry your journey's so arduous. Of course we'll do everything that we can to help you. Do you guys, we try to run things here a little bit differently in Pyria, relying on what resources we have here in the city, trying to avoid technology where we can, where it's not necessary.
I look up at the laser grid. Okay.
Necessary. We have our water supply comes from the system of caves underneath Pyria. There's aquifers that run throughout. We just tap those, and we don't have the same issues.
The caves. Oh, real quick question. The caves is where Venterra got their water from, right?
Venterra got theirs from a similar source and an aquifer underneath the underneath the mountain.
Yeah. Okay. I nod. I actually twofold wanted to come here, or I guess threefold. We had our set up in a similar way until it was sabotaged, and I make eye contact with each of the council members. We had unknown assailants enter our city, and as quickly as they got there, they were gone. We have been tracking them partially across the country. They took boats in the same direction that we did, and parked right outside of your city. We have suspect to believe that they are here now and plan on destroying your water supply in the same way that they did ours.
Councilwoman, you see Councilman Ming stands up. He's this shorter man, you obviously wearing some like military uniform. Says, "Yes, sir. What do you think about this?" Well, we haven't seen any intruders since we got rid of the issue last month.
Did you run into an issue with a woman named Jet?
The council members who aren't Ming all like look down, and Ming meets your eye and says, "Yes, I saw Jet."
Xray kind of like perks up, like his ears like kind of like he starts to like listen to the conversation.
I forced her out of the city.
Can I make an insight check?
Absolutely.
On Ming and also the other council members?
For sure. Anyone who'd like to go ahead and make that check.
Ooh,
Can I just give someone advantage?
Sure.
Because I have good insight.
I have good insight. I also am probably going to bless myself, Stacey, and Blitz for this.
Cool. And then Esther will give you the help action out on that insight check, Milo.
Yeah.
So remember, bless doesn't apply to skills checks.
Yeah.
To ability checks? Wait,
it's
for real?
Attack rolls and saves, I believe.
Yeah.
It's not attack rolls, is it? Is it? Wait a minute.
There is a spell that can be for skill checks, but it's not bless.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. I'm not going to cast bless. I refuse to cast bless. I'm never casting it again.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I got an 18 on my insight.
Am I taking the bonus?
No, I think you
From
just have the one die.
Okay. Natural 20.
Stacey, what did you get?
10.
So 27 total for me.
Yeah. Blitz, Ming is honest. He's being honest with you. You can see the pain in his eyes. He didn't go through nearly the extent of what you went through, but he was obviously, a part of that organization and had a lot of the same experiences. He seems to be reformed. If you had to put a word to how he seems.
Can I also, with the 20, because I wanted to ask this earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt. When Milo mentioned the attack on Venterra, did I see any looks of recognition in any of the council members? Like they knew, or they know without, they shouldn't know, they did?
There were looks of surprise from a couple of them, and a couple of them just stayed stale-faced and listened to the rest of it.
I looked at Blitz to see, because obviously better insight than me, to see that if he's telling the truth or not. Yeah.
Ming says,
and with that,
look, Jet is not your biggest problem right now. It sounds like there's a couple hundred people back in Venterra running out of water right now.
Yes.
I'd suggest you guys scavenge for water treatment facilities along the way. There's a lot of like supplies that you can get on the go, things that will purify better than just your traditional methods. If you can get your hands on some like lab equipment, that would be even better. We can point you in the direction of some nearby places.
You don't have anything here?
Big John says, what we have here is being used.
And do you have backup plans?
Sorry?
Do you have backup plans?
Our backup
I'm not
plan,
saying...
Well, our backup plans is to go get the stuff that we're sending you to go get right now.
How far away?
Ming says, you're going to have to search through cities. Big John says, all right, let's hear from someone else. Johnson. You see Stacey Johnson stands up and says, have you guys, what's the effect of drinking water?
What? Sorry?
What's the effect of drinking the water?
No one drank it when we were there, right? Did we figure out?
So you don't even know if it's poisonous or not?
I'm asking the DM.
Yeah. Nobody, you told people not to drink it when you realized that it was contaminated.
That it was affected. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Stacey has a vial of it, is that right? Or am I remembering incorrectly?
I feel like that.
Sure, you guys can have brought a
I
vial
did.
of it with you.
I think I did.
Because you did identify or something on it,
Yeah,
right?
that's
You
all.
were
Yeah.
You guys can have some of it for sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Did it identify as poisonous or just magical?
Just magical.
Okay.
You knew
well,
it was like an adulterant. It's like not supposed to be in the water.
Yeah. I look at Johnson and I say, well, considering that our water was contaminated with magical substance from outside of the city, I didn't encourage any of my citizens to test it out. No. I didn't want
Johnson
them
says,
to grow an extra set of arms or anything like that.
Johnson nods and she says, well, who among us isn't experiencing some symptoms like that? You see she blinks and a second set of eyelids come up after hers. Listen, I'd suggest that you guys get some lab equipment, different, not some water treatment stuff, some testing equipment. You need to know whether it's safe to drink or not before you decide what to do.
Do you have like a lab or something with that kind of stuff?
Big John says, I mean, we can load you some chemicals, but that's about as far as we can go.
Do you have any scientists in the city at all?
Big John turns to a third member of the party and says, Stevens, you're in charge of the sciences. And Steven comes running up. Yeah. We have some equipment. We can loan it to you if you'd like. The issue, though, is going to be power. You guys need that to run the microscopes and the burners and the hoods, the fume gates, everything like that. Do you have a reliable source of power in Venterra? Last I checked, you didn't.
Well, we have a source of the water with us. If we could connect to the power supply of the city, that would benefit us greatly.
Big John says, so your suggestion is that we set up a technological lab here to investigate this water.
If we could borrow one very briefly to find out if we can send word back to try to save some of the people that are dehydrating right now.
Interesting.
And if we can't do it, we don't even know if this is reversible. Do you have a refugee program? Do you know of anywhere else that would be safe?
We take in people from the outside, but like you said, the journey was treacherous for you four. I can't imagine a group of several hundred people having much success. So all of you, he looks around at the council, would suggest that we turn to the old world technology to solve this problem. And you see nods go around the room. What about you, newcomers? Does that seem like the best option?
Well, is there a
We know
new
the
world
history
technology that
technology
you know of?
holds.
There, as many bad people as there were in the world, there were 10 times as many good people. And I know that because I look at the people in this room and I see people reformed. And I see people that would help if someone was in need. So I think that the old technology could be useful, could purify instead of harm or damage.
I got a question. How old are like a lot of these people in the council?
Varying ages, but most of them are middle-aged or older.
So, like, they would have been alive before the thing happened.
They would have been in like their 20s, kind of ish.
Right. So, so they're kind of like me. Okay. So I think what Xray says, like, what if I run the equipment?
I guess, yes, that.
I used to be a scientist.
Oh, did you? And where did you work?
Lots of places.
I used to work at Arctic.
Eyes flicker to you all around.
I'll stand up and like.
But you still think that we should turn to this technology?
I actually is going to stand up and like walk to like the center of the room. Listen, I was the head researcher, and I will say we can make changes. Yes, what happened was terrible, and I'm at fault because I knew of the problems and I tried to refuse them from doing it. But I know we can change the world with this technology. I just need time and the research.
Blitz does actually raise a hand in game.
Big John nods to you.
Can I ask a question that I think that we have been dancing around? I understand that a lot of us here are younger, and we don't fully understand what technology you're referring to. I know that there's some technology that exists, and I find it hard to believe that technology has entirely stopped since Eshcaton, but I do want...
with a very loud, it's a simple question. Do you think this technology is worth using or not?
I'm assuming it's directed towards me.
No, towards Blitz.
Explain the technology to us. Do you even understand what it is yourself? That's what I want answered.
I mean, obviously your party member is very familiar with it. What of you, youngin? What do you think?
Me? Well,
speak, Stacey.
She looks really nervous with all these eyes on her.
I turn to Stacey and like the look of like insurance. It's like, just tell them what you think.
She nods and she reaches into her pocket for that fidget spinner that was helping her the other day. And she gets an idea, and she pulls it out of her pocket, and starts flicking it around. And she says, I wasn't really alive for all of that. And I know that just understanding the world before me is something I'm really passionate about. I want to know. But these tools, like, a rock can be a great thing to hold down a stack of papers, or you can use it to throw at someone. And
Big
like,
Sam
that
puts his
doesn't
hand in
make
his
the
hand.
rock bad. So
Child, is it worth using or is it not?
I don't see why it wouldn't be if we can help people.
Very well. Thank you. We know, obviously, the danger that this technology presents, and well, even though there are alternatives, this is often the best solution and the easiest. So why not turn to it time and time again? Wrong answer. I'm going to need every single one of you to make con saves.
I have advantage.
Okay.
Everyone
I-
gets a +3 to this because of my proficiency, because of my cool aura. Also, I hate this guy.
I hate this person. There's so many things I want to say.
So, question:
God,
are we starting combat?
Probably not.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I actually
I'm going
don't
to need
know.
you to make that con save before we decide whether we go into combat or not.
Okay, I have a question.
well, I'll start it off with a 6.
I don't know if I actually get an advantage on this.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, I don't think you do. You get advantage
Okay.
on dexterity saves, you can see, and when you're raging on strength saves.
I got a 17.
Awesome.
15.
15. Sorry, what else did you get around?
Stacey, you got an 18 because you're within my aura.
Oh, that's right. I forgot the aura.
So what?
18.
I got a
What's my
10.
plus?
18, 10,
Nine.
Plus.
9.
Is it +3?
So Stacey
Yeah.
and Xray got an 18 or above.
yes, I got a.
Awesome. You guys
Yeah, I got
save
20.
and are not
The cult
excuse me. You are you do not lose your reaction. The rest of you are knocked prone and blasted back from the table. You see a jolt of electricity bursts out from the image of Big Sam. And underneath you see Jet standing at the front of the table.
Xray's eyes widen.
The rest of the council is all blown back. You hear shots come, and you see the other members get hit. And you see she reaches her hand out to your face, Xray, and puts it under your chin, and she says, "Still like playing with your toys, don't you? When will you realize that they'll destroy this world?" And then she's going to try
as a
and
reaction, can
Yeah.
I grab her? Can I grab her?
go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Okay. Ah, man. Yeah, I guess I'll just. Oh, shoot. I dropped it. Oh, that's a bad
So-
roll.
The effects of the con.
I got a 10.
The effects of the con. Are we just losing a reaction? Is that what
Correct.
you said?
Lose your reaction.
Okay.
Yeah. You got a 10? All right, let's see here.
Roll bad.
She manages to escape your grasp. And as she literally walks around the table as you dive for her, she just sort of like throws her body out of the way. You run into the wall. You see she continues to step down the walkway towards
Oh,
the exit.
do I need to roll for Mr. Whiskers? I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, you can roll for Mr. Whiskers if you think he'd be in there.
Yeah, I would have brought Mr. Whiskers with me in there.
Okay. Stacey, is there anything that you'd like to do with your reaction?
Yeah. So does it have to be a reaction?
Does have to be a reaction.
Okay. I don't think I have anything that I can do as a reaction.
Mr. Whisker failed, by the way.
All right. In that case, she walks several steps forward, and you see a bolt of lightning strikes from the sky above, and she vanishes.
Before she leaves, very quickly, Milo is going to look at her and go, I'm going to kill you.
You try to say that, and the electricity in your body makes you, I'm going to kill you. She smiles at you devilishly and says, oh, honey, you've been trying all this time. And then she's gone.
That didn't look like technology.
You guys hear bullets flying in over your heads.
From
I'm gonna check it.
From outside. So you guys are in a little meeting area that's surrounded on 3 out of 4 sides with branches and brambles and overgrowth. So all the shots are coming from like 1/4 of an angle into this hollow.
What about the council members? Are they like breathing?
No, it looks like that several of them they're either unconscious or dead.
What about Big John?
Big John was disguised as Big John. Yeah.
And with our nat 20 insight, we didn't see that.
No, you needed an investigation roll in order to see that spell. If you remember right, an insight does not see past an illusion. Sorry.
I'd like to. Can I do anything? I'm wondering, as like a preparing, can I do anything to help the other 2 out, as they're like electrified?
We're fine now.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys managed to pull the table up and get yourselves behind it with some cover. You see Steven sort of comes out of shock and crawls over to you. You can see his leg has been hit. He says, "We had no idea. I swear to you."
I do 5 hit points of lay on hands on him. Keep the rest of the council safe. Fix them. Apply first aid, anything you can do.
She's going for the generators. She's going to get them.
Then we gotta go. Blitz?
How do we get there?
Well, I'm going to run out the front.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Stacey.
Cool. Arcana. I can do that. I'm sure I can do that. Add an additional +3 to whatever this is.
Unfortunately, no. It's just saving throws.
No. It's not applying your aura. It's
okay.
I don't have expertise programmed in, so that's a 25.
Ooh.
Nice. Incredible. You, as you're looking around, I'll tell you one thing first. On a 20+ roll, I have this written down. As you look at the base of the mother tree where a bullet has lodged itself, you see creeping wires coming up through the soil.
No.
As you dig the bullet out, you can see that whatever infection or magic was here is coming up through the ground. Nowhere is safe.
Okay.
I will also let you know on that Arcana check, you don't think that she shunted like a long distance. You don't think she's that powerful. You don't think she has like that knowledge of schmutz, of the nanoflies, of the magic of this world. You think that she went somewhere nearby. But she left your sight. So she had to go either behind a tree or underground.
Okay.
I'd like to use my Xray goggles.
Amazing. Xray, you pull out your goggles. As you throw them up, you see, yep, indeed, there's a passageway underneath, headed back towards the entrance where you guys just came from. It's a long corridor. It looks like just headed sort of straight that way. You also see that there's a trap door on the bottom of the sort of wood of the mother tree that you're able to open up the hatch for.
And I look at the party with my extra goggles on. Follow me, and I like jump in, and Mr. Whiskers follows me.
Immediately goes down.
Amazing. You guys
very quickly going to cast Shield of Fate on Stacey.
Amazing.
Okay.
Just in case. Yeah.
Oh,
you see, you hear the sound of footsteps disappearing into the distance.
I'm sprinting after her.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would Mr. Whiskers be able to catch up with her?
If you want to keep the rest of the party with you.
Can
I have a question.
Catch up with my bonus action, dash, and movement?
Again, not if you want the party to keep up with you.
What if only some of the party, like if Xray and Blitz and Milo can go on ahead?
Go ahead and give me perception checks as you guys drop down into this tunnel.
Okay. Let's see. Perception. Can I get help? Or it's vision based, so you have advantage, Stacey.
Yeah, you have advantage on your with your Xray.
Oh, I have advantage? Oh, great! Oh, that's the first roll?
16.
I got a 19.
16 as well.
I got 15.
The footsteps are far away. She has gotten some distance on you.
Okay.
You guys probably spent at least like one round, taking bullet fire. She also has ways to increase her speed, as you saw with her, teleporting away from you.
Okay.
So we're not going to catch up
120
with her
feet?
easily.
No.
Okay.
You don't think that you'll be able to catch up with her before she leaves this hallway. She's definitely going to get at least out into the city.
Milo wants to make a persuasion check to maybe make her hesitate or turn around or something. And is going to dig deep into what she knows about Jet. Oh gosh, you ever draw a blank in the middle of a live stream?
A few times.
Because you want something so bad.
Go ahead and make that check first, so that we can see. Then you can sort of act out how it goes.
I'm gonna freak out.
20.
That's straight up a 9. I think Milo just goes, "We have your husband."
Yeah, you don't hear any response to that. You just hear footsteps running away.
Oh, I'm so mad. Okay.
We have your husband.
I don't know. That's what a 9 is to me.
You guys make it to the end of the tunnel. By the way, as you guys make it to the end of the tunnel, you hear bullets start coming down the tube at you. But you manage to get up, open the door. You guys are in the marketplace in the city. there's loads of people around.
I start shouting, "Clear the way! Like, dangerous personnel in the area. Go to guards. Get them. The city is in danger."
A mob starts forming. People start running and screaming in the streets.
I am going to use my wings and get 15 feet up in the air and see if I can
Nice.
spot anything.
Go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage. Stacey, what are you up to?
So we saw her use magic, I assume, right?
Yes.
So if I were to say cast detect magic, would that make her stick out like a sore thumb?
She detects magical effects that are currently happening.
Right, but if she's going this fast, she must be using some sort of magic to do it, right?
If she is using magic, then yes.
All right. In that case, I am going to use my awakened spellbook to cast detect magic without expending a spell slot. And I guess then I would want to be making a perception check to see if I can see her.
Cool. Go ahead and make a regular perception check.
Cool. This is site-based. I have advantage.
I got a 17 on mine.
Right. You have advantage. 17 on your splits. Okay. Let me roll. Yeah, you spot as Blitz, as you fly up, you spot a motorbike headed towards the edges of the city, going fast.
19.
You also, Stacey, spots it as well, but you don't detect any magical effects coming off of her.
Is there a golf cart nearby?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check for a golf cart.
Hey, someone else should also roll this.
I'll help.
I'm gonna
13.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Blitz, you pop up out of this basement. You see Milo's yelling things into the crowd that are making people panic. Some people are going to get guards. Other people are just running for their lives. Blitz, you pop out and you see a chromed out blue and orange striped beautiful little car right there in front of you. It's got 4 seats, and you see it even has like a little fake turbo on the front of the car.
Oh my gosh.
You pop in. As you hit that accelerator, you can tell there's no limiter on this thing, baby. You guys
listen
hit the road.
I instantly hop on Mr. Whiskers and we're just going. We're just going.
Mr. Whiskers,
Milo, it's time for that driving lesson.
Milo hits the gas and takes the steering wheel out of Blitz's hands. Maybe
Mr.
tomorrow.
Whiskers really quickly sees that you guys are leaving and leaps onto the top of the cart and is like spread out on all fours, holding on to the edges of it.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Whiskers, hold on! I'm trying to hold on to his paws as well. I'm like, hold on, hey man, buddy, we're gonna get through this.
I'm assuming Stacey's in like the back seat or something.
If anyone has anything that makes this thing go even faster, now is the time to do it.
Milo, I'm going to need you to make a vehicle handling check with disadvantage as you try to run it through this crowd of people.
Can I get advantage from from Blitz helping me drive?
What if I took over? Because I'm proficient in this.
Well, then get down off the roof.
I'm not on the roof. I'm sitting next to you. I'm holding Mr. Whiskers' paws.
Oh. Well, yeah.
If you want, you can let Xray hop into the driver's seat.
All right,
okay,
we switch.
I'll give him advantage.
Cool.
All right, we switch. Hang on, buddy.
Go ahead and make a straight check for me.
Straight check. Okay.
And when you do that, I'm going to take the crossbow from you, if that's okay.
Okay, perfect.
And lean out the side and hold the little thing and aim the crossbow.
People start freaking out when you point the crossbow in front of you.
Move out of the way! It's not that hard.
All right, straight check. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that is a 19.
Amazing. You Tokyo drift this thing around corners. You guys are spinning, fishtailing around like crazy. You see that there's this old lady who's crossing the street in a walker right in front of you. You manage to do an S-curve spin right around her, flipping backwards before continuing straight on.
And I'm like slow motion. I see like I just slow motion. I'm just like yeah, I'm the boss.
The lady gives you like a smile, and Mr. Whiskers is over, just like with crazy eyes and his tongue like hanging out. And then we jump back into full speed as you guys fly through the city again, careening left and right, following after the dirt patch ahead of you. As you do, you guys all hear the sound of the alarms go off in the city.
Good.
Just these sirens begin to go off all over the city. And then a few moments later, explosions.
Oh, that's not good.
Do we make any headway on Jet? Do we get closer?
You guys are managing to keep up with her, but because she didn't have to fight through a crowd at all, and she's a single person on one motorbike, she is still maintaining her lead on you guys.
How far away is she?
She looks probably like 200, 300 feet away from you.
If I fire a bolt with disadvantage and miss, are you going to make me hit a civilian?
I will make you hit a structure or civilian, yes.
Good to know.
That's what you're firing at.
Yeah.
Did you say this thing had turbo?
It has a little fake turbo on the front.
Darn it.
It's a decoration, unfortunately. I'll get out and push. Maybe that'll go faster. Catch pace on the car.
Oh, if only I could.
Yeah.
Couldn't you make it go faster with dash or speed? I can't think of what the spell's called.
Haste?
Haste, yeah. I have to target a creature with it. It can't target an object. It doesn't work on vehicles. Unless our dungeon master wants to be so kind as to allow us to break the rules or decide that the car is alive. Are we dealing with chitty chitty bang bang?
This is our technomancy session, or our technomancy campaign. So I guess you can cast haste on the vehicle this one.
Yes!
Yay! This car used to be a deer.
Be prepared for other spellcasters to cast similar spells on vehicles in the future.
Cool. We're gonna get destroyed. Cool. So Stacey hears that there's a fake turbo, and she's thinking to herself, "Wait a minute. What if we can make that a real turbo?" And like she like surges with magical energy in her hands. She just kind of like slams it into the floor of the car. She's heard the turbo in the sense of like, whoa there, turbo, like someone is going there too fast. She doesn't actually know what it means.
She watched the movie about the snail named Turbo.
There was she has not seen that movie. But she's heard it in relation to like people going fast. So she's like, oh, maybe I can make it go faster. And she jams that energy into the car. She does not have like this skill to understand how to like work the intricate systems. So she's just gonna like jam basically raw magic power into the car and cast the haste spell on it, which is one of her most powerful spells right now.
I can just imagine just Xray just like jolts back as he's like, I'm still trying to control it.
Cool. Its speed is doubled, +2 bonus to AC, and advantage on dexterity saving throws, and an additional action on each of its turns, which can be used to take the dash action. I think we're gonna catch up.
You guys start tearing down the walkway. I would like another check from Xray. I'm going to still keep it straight just because you guys are going so much faster now.
All right. Just straight. All right.
dear Lord.
Ha! Big money! Nat 20!
Incredible.
Tokyo, full-on Tokyo Joe's Fast
So
and the
good.
Furious.
It's some of the
Euro
best
beat
driving
music
that you
in
guys
the
have ever
background.
seen. I think at one point sunglasses literally fly off of a stranger's face that you pass by onto your face.
I look over to the party and as like we're going like Mach 5. This is why I'm the driver.
Cool. You
Blitz
want
is
to maybe
probably, like-
focus on driving? I can only keep this up for so long.
Mr. Whisker's
Blitz is
ears
probably
are
hanging
flat
on in the
against
roof.
his head. He's his face is like getting pushed back into his skull. He's loving it so much.
This is probably hanging onto the roof with like the wings and just has the biggest grin on her face.
Oh my gosh. You guys, you guys begin to catch up to Jet. As you do, I'm actually going to make a roll here for her. It's a big one.
That one.
Natural 19. You see, she hits it in the top gear. You guys are racing together. It's going to be neck and neck as you guys approach the walls of the city. Go ahead and give me perception checks as you approach.
Okay. Let's see. Perception check.
Did you crit, Blitz?
I did again. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I got an 18.
12.
You know, not as cool as a nat 20, but I got an 18.
With your vantage point from up high, Blitz, you can see over the dust cloud kicked up by Jet's motorbike a little bit, and you spot a semicircle of Kindle Keepers standing right outside the open doors. As Jet approaches, you watch them let her pass.
Oh no.
Cali,
made
I
it.
think your mic's not working.
I don't even see your camera, at least on the right side. Oh,
Oop, there she goes.
Bye.
So sorry,
Bye.
everyone.
She'll be back
we'll
in a
play her
moment.
theme. We'll play her theme to summon her.
Whoa!
Oh wait, that's Blitz's. Here's Milo's.
Hello?
Hello. There we
Hello.
are. What were you
Hi.
gonna say, Milo?
If we're catching up, can I try to make an attack?
Sure. Once again, you could hit civilians and or like structures around the edge of the city here.
For
Listen,
sure.
Can I
try-
twice.
Can I try to make a grapple attack by jumping from the golf cart onto the motorbike?
You do not have. You guys are not that close to her, unfortunately.
Okay.
You're close enough to take an attack without disadvantage if you'd like.
I'm going to do that.
I don't suppose we could, like, say, cast a spell.
We are that close.
Yes, you are that close.
Cool. What if it was a spell that made her go slower? Like,
Ooh,
say,
that's a good
a
idea.
ray of frost.
Awesome. Go ahead and
Stacey.
throw that ray of frost out.
I will do that. We'll do that first.
All right. Sending energy.
Cool. That is
Oh,
not 1, 8. I tried.
no.
Flies right over her shoulder. All right, Milo.
Sending energy. Sending positive
Here.
energy.
I'm so sorry.
We did it
We can no
again.
longer hear you, Cali.
Sending positive energy. Sending positive energy. Nope. We're still sending positive energy. Still sending the positive energy. Nope.
Let us know what that attack roll is. With your fingers, even if you wanted to.
Natural 20. 2-0. 2-0.
Okay. Guess we don't know what that roll is. Just a second to figure it out.
I know. She got a nat 20. She got a nat 20. I'm just letting you know she got a nat 20.
This is not going to be another 14 at 20 episode. That's not.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
What'd you get on that
Yes.
attack roll?
I haven't rolled it yet.
Oh, please roll that attack roll.
Yes,
It's
I
a
agree.
very important.
Well, the second one's a nat 20, but the first one's a 22.
Awesome. She throws up a shield, blocks it.
Well, that sucks.
I'm gonna kill you. There's I get a second attack.
Cool. Go for it. Got to beat a 22.
I'm aware.
I should have taken counter spell.
Just crit. Just quit. Just quit.
Oh gosh, I've never been so mad in my life.
Now you know how I felt last session, okay? That's how I feel right now. That's how I felt last session.
I'm just so mad at your wife. You gotta marry different people.
Listen, man. We're two different worlds. Two different worlds, two different lives.
I'm cool
Okay.
with you being my dad, but I don't think I want her to be my mom.
I don't think I want her to be my. Well, actually, I don't want to say anything yet.
Milo,
I don't.
what'd you get on
You
that
have
attack
a
roll?
mom, Stacey.
15. It
Yeah.
whiffs. I
Awesome.
yell to Stacey. I go, "Nice one, Stacey!" and then completely whiff with the crossbow.
As you guys approach, I'm gonna need all
Can
of you.
I cast
to
invisibility on myself.
Okay, sounds good. I am still going to need all of you to make dexterity saving throws. As
The
you
Car
guys-
has advantage.
it does.
If the car
Uh,
rolls well enough, do we have to?
No, everyone, including the car, needs to make one. I'll make one for the car.
I have a question.
Cool.
Yes.
I have.
Car
I
has
have-
advantage.
I have
Does the car get my
advantage.
+3? Stop giving that 20s.
Extra, you
It's
have
not a nat
advantage
20, it's a
on
19.
saves that you
Oh.
can see. You cannot see this save coming.
Everyone gets my
Dex.
+3, by the way.
Okay.
Nice. That makes it 29.
That makes
Oh,
mine
oh,
6.
No,
Okay.
Car
26.
saves.
Okay.
So dex save. So
I straight up.
I got
I
a
straight up
I
rolled
got a
a
16.
3.
I'm gonna roll for Mr. Whiskers. Okay. Mr. Whiskers also gets the +3, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, 7 plus 3 is.
Oh, right. I forgot about the +3. So that's 16.
Yeah, no, it is 29.
Mr. Whiskers got a 10.
Awesome. So for those of you who did not meet an 18 or higher, you're going to take 17 points of lightning damage as a gate of lightning closes in on you guys where you
I
just
actually
came
don't
through.
remember what I got. Oh yeah, I only got a 16.
Did you add my +3?
Yeah. How much damage do we take?
Only
17.
17, which is a
Oh,
relatively
only-
low roll for what that could have been.
So
17
And
for
those who
everybody who
succeed,
passed the
is
save.
it half or is it?
Half damage on success, yeah. But I believe
Okay,
you have
and
evasion.
I have
so.
evasion.
Oh, only 17 for. Cool.
Uh,
I have bad news for everyone. I have to make a concentration check or the car stalls out.
Oh,
Go ahead and
yeah,
make that
because it loses
concentration
its
check.
So
action.
sending positive energy, sending
Gotta beat
positive
it.
energy.
it's a concentration spell. So gotta beat a 10. I
That's a-
forget what stat I use for concentration.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
So you get
get
my
a +3.
+3.
Okay, cool.
You get +3.
Plus 3 to this. But Constitution, not a great stat. Not 20.
Yeah!
It gets an extra boost.
You managed to hold on to haste.
Oh,
But as you do,
good,
you
good.
guys,
So our car doesn't come to a crashing halt.
you guys come through this wall of lightning, and are greeted by a wall of fire in front of you. You see all of the Kindle Keepers in their like semicircular formation have now effectively trapped you guys between the wall of lightning behind you and their flamethrowers in front of you.
If you go fast enough through a wall of fire, you don't take that much damage. Do we want to risk it?
You can see that they're set up in a way where they're like every 10 feet apart, so that they could effectively like try and jump on if you drove past them.
Can I shoot an explosive bolt right in front of us? At the ones
if you guys
with
are
the
going to take
fire?
any actions other than if you guys are going to like try to fight these guys here, then we're going to go into initiative. Let me know if you want to try and blow through them. That is an option too, but there are probably some bad consequences if you fail.
The explosive bolt is mostly just to try to get us through. Like, I don't want to injure people. I just want to get them out of the way. Is there a way that I can do that would then help the car get through?
I'm going to say fire? Just because you just fired just now, and it hasn't been that long. You guys are racing through this gate right now, right?
Okay.
As you arrive at the other side, this is the scenario that you arrive at.
Okay. I look at Blitz and I go, eyes in the sky.
You look for Blitz if Blitz is already invisible and is already gonna try to get some height and fly over them if possible.
Cool.
Milo smiles to herself.
Sounds good.
Man.
So you stop the car, Xray?
Your call.
It's my call?
Split second decision. You got to make the call.
Okay, so
you see a wall of fire blow up in front of you.
I think we gotta drive through. We gotta try to get her. I really don't want to go into combat.
I'll tell you, there's going to be a lot of damage coming your way if you want to go through these flamethrowers.
I like Tokyo Drift. Stop.
So sorry, lost one of my die.
No, you're good. I'm gonna Tokyo Drift. Stop.
An exhausted. Then an exhausted Stacey. As long as we're stopping, she drops the spell. It's probably been a minute now anyway, so the car just sputters dead.
You guys shred up a piece of turf, pulling to a stop here. Blitz, you attempt to take to the skies. As these Kindle Keepers have you guys cornered between the walls of Pyria and Jet getting away behind you. We will come back to this next week when we roll initiative for our combat number 4.
What? Do this to us.
So much for such an amazing episode.
You're serious?
I
could have just gone through it.
I'm gonna bite somebody.
Tried to go through it, but you guys would have probably would not have made it. I'll be honest.
I'm gonna bite someone in real life.
It's 5d8 damage from those flamethrowers. So
we would have made it.
Well, now we're fighting them on foot, so I don't know if that's any better.
Oh no, 5d10 damage for an instant instead of over the course of 5 rounds.
It would have been like 4 flamethrowers on you guys that one round with no saves because you guys are going right through them. All right. Well, thank you so much for this amazing episode of Mayhem, Prismatic Horizons, and we'll see you next week for this climactic battle against the Kindle Keepers. Let's see if our heroes can keep up with the villain Jet. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna bite a light bulb.
Curse you, Clayton. Bye, everyone.
Ooh.